Greetings. Welcome to the Mid-Missouri Kayak and Weather Report for June 2024. At 12 noon on Friday, June 14th, the temperature is 85 degrees with a predicted high of 90. Perfectly clear sky, nice blue. We had some heavy rain last night around midnight, maybe for about a half an hour. But we've had rain every few days, and when it comes down pretty well. So I took the advantage of that and came up the Marys River. I launched at the Mariosa Access. That's launching on the Osage River, crossing over 2/10 mile across and downstream to the Marys, and then up the Marys. The last time I tried this a few months ago, I didn't get in very far. It was a total of an hour on the water because the water was so low. I hit a shoal. So I am at the point where, which is about my furthest extension here. It is probably about 2 3/4 miles. I'll have to check my app. I'm using MapMyFitness, and I put this down as a kayak. Yeah, so you know, I've been on the water a little over an hour now. So I mean, I could go further, but it's pretty hot out here in the sun. So I will turn around. Back just past the 2 mile mark is a stream that goes off that I've gone into before. It's only 20 foot wide maximum. It gets even narrower. It's probably more of a drain, you know, for farm fields. And I've gone in there a good 1/4 mile or more, and I've seen heron and woodpeckers in there. So I'll hit that on the way back out, or back to my launch. Make that 200 yards. Because there is more than one downed tree. I actually had to squeeze underneath one of them. Instead, I went into this stream, which is only about 100 feet from the boat ramp. It goes in a few hundred yards and branches off 3 ways, all of which were blocked by trees, of course. So far today I have seen wild turkey, red-tailed hawk, and this turtle. Green heron, a great blue heron that would get nowhere near me, swallows, and a couple of, the ubiquitous turkey vultures, but a couple of red-winged blackbirds. And I don't usually see them, you know, since I moved here in Missouri, I don't see them very often, but I can usually count on seeing them on this stretch of the Marys River, at least during the summer. So, yeah. Yeah, we had 93 degrees yesterday. And so they're saying today's cooler. They were thinking 88, but now they've upgraded it to 90, and it'll probably get higher than that. And similar weather next few days. Let's see. Traveling in a few weeks, going to New York to meet up with the families. Oh yeah, and there's a damselfly right there. I have not seen any dragonflies though. So anyway, yeah, we're going to New York. I'll be driving there, spend some time with the family. And then on the way back, we're going to go to Spencer House Bed and Breakfast in Erie. It's an old mansion, Victorian mansion, 3 stories plus, and it's really impressive. We've stayed there before. It's pretty nice. And nice people there too. And we'll be there for a few days, you know, just kind of see the area, spend some time at the lighthouse. I don't know, I suppose we could make a side trip up to Niagara Falls from there, but I don't know that we'll do that. Yeah, and then on the way back, we're going to stop in Indianapolis to visit my friend Robert Okaji, my fellow poet. That'll be nice to see him, and Stephanie L. Harper, 2 poets. So that'll be cool. That'll be nice. Read some poetry last night. There's an event, it's an annual event, it's called Art Around Town in Jefferson City. I don't know, I think maybe about 8 venues that have art full-time. We were at Gumbo Bottoms Ale House, and they had art, probably close to 20 works, I'm thinking, by Richard Paulo. And so I actually wrote 4 poems while I was there, ekphrastic poems. We did it last year, where Mark Putoff, John Freeland, and myself, we greeted people as they came in, and if they requested a poem, yesterday we had them select a topic. Most of the time it was nature or trees, something like that, and we would each read a poem. So, and T.J. Pierce, so there were 4 of us actually. So that was a good time. That went from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and more people came through than last time. I'm pretty sure more groups of people, and more than half of them, maybe 3/4, decided that they wanted to hear poetry. So that was cool. Probably read about 10 poems, I think. Yeah, probably. So that was a good time. Anything else going on? Oh yeah, I had a stress test this week. Yeah, this week I had a stress test, a nuclear stress test, where they injected dye into my system. I then walked on a treadmill, and while I walked on the treadmill, they injected more dye. But before the treadmill, they took photos. It was like a PET scan, where the camera came down, took pictures of my chest. So then I did the exercise. They put more dye in while I was exercising, got me up to a 127 heart rate. That was a target heart rate, and I did that for a minute. So it was only about 10 minutes walking on a treadmill. Actually, I got up close to it, and my heart rate started dropping. So otherwise, I might have been done sooner. But yeah. And then took more photos so they could see the change, to see if there's any blockage. And no, it's normal. I also had an echocardiogram, and that was normal, so that's the second one I've had. I had another one in March, at least second one this year. And so there is some other reason for my shortness of breath. You know, climbing stairs, bending over to tie my shoes, scrubbing and then stepping out of the bathtub or the shower. Yeah, I'll bend over and tie both my shoes, and when I'm done, if I put an oximeter on, my pulse will be up to 110. Yeah. Excuse me. And yeah, just walking around the yard, picking up sticks and throwing them in the wheelbarrow. Yeah, my pulse is up to like 125, 130, 135. And my blood oxygen would get down around 92. So there's got to be some other reason for it, and I guess we're going to figure that out. Cough. It was only a couple of weeks ago that I did just right at the end of May, so I probably told you I had bronchitis last month. And I still get this tickle in my throat. It's not so much in my chest, it's in my throat. So probably from all the coughing I had been doing. Alright, so there's that. So far, like I said, I've paddled like 2 3/4 miles probably upstream here. It'll be more than 5 miles when I'm done, especially with that little dog leg I'm going to do in that other stream. I'm watching for boids, and I'm not seeing any. Really, I haven't seen anything close up except for those red-winged blackbirds who flew off a tree right in front of me. Otherwise, I would have taken a picture of them, because, like I said, I don't see those very often. I'm reading in August. I'm reading at Cafe Berlin in Columbia. I'm the featured reader there. And that's like the 4th Thursday, something like that. And then on a Tuesday in September, I will be reading in Rolla at Public House. It's called, first one is called Spoken, S-P-O-K-N, at Cafe Berlin. And this is called Poetry at the Pub at Public House Brewing. It's a restaurant. It's a nice venue. And then in December, I'll be reading at Pages in Pacific, which is a bookstore in Pacific. So I have to see if I can't arrange some others, because I now have my new book in hand. Yes, I do. It's not here. But, yeah. So, here in spirit. Yeah, that's about it. I think I'm going to hang it up paddle back, keep in the shade as much as I can, but now it's directly overhead, so I'll hug the shore, maybe get under some trees. I don't know, if I see a heron in that little stream, maybe I'll video that. We'll see. This has been your Mid-Missouri Kayak and Weather Report for June 2024. Ciao, folks, and vlog on.